video, we're going to go over the steps on how to add an H5P activity to your AsULearn course. As was discussed in the previous video, you need to make sure that you have H5P content in your content bank in your AsULearn course. Please see the previous video on instructions on how to add content to the content bank. For now, we're going to add our content to this course. In order to do so, you will need to turn editing on and then find the section where you would like to upload your particular H5P activity. Once you have located the section, simply click on Add an Activity or Resource. You can find the H5P activity located under All or under the Activities tab in our Activity Chooser. You can also search for it in the search bar. Once you've located the H5P activity, go ahead and click on it. Then we need to give it a name, and you can write any description you want, so instructions to your students, things of that nature. To add a file, an H5P file, to our course, we're going to click on this gray icon located here in the package file box. This icon is located in the upper left-hand corner of the package file box itself. This will open up our file picker. Depending on the last type of file that you uploaded to your AsULearn course, you may find the file picker located on Upload a File or perhaps a Google Doc. Simply scroll down to the bottom and click on the Content Bank. This is the content bank associated with all of your H5P content for this particular AsULearn course. Within here, go ahead and find the H5P activity that you would like to add to this section. This will open up a pop-up window. Within this pop-up window, we have to make a decision. So you can either make a copy of this file to add to the course, or you can link to the file. It is recommended that you link to the file. This way, if you have to go in and make any edits to that H5P file, they'll be reflected in the course, and you don't have to take that file down and then re-upload it again. So linking to the file allows you to edit the H5P content within your content bank and have those edits reflected within the course itself. You can change the name of the H5P content right here. So if you want to give it a more meaningful name for your particular course or semester maybe that you're in. You can also choose if you want to give it any of its licensing rights, so Creative Commons, public domain, things of that nature. Once you're satisfied with the selections, you can go ahead and click Select this file. You can now see that it appears in our package file box. The next thing that we're going to do is you have the option here under H5P options that allow download, embed button, and the copyright button. It's kind of advised that we don't allow download. This will allow your students to download the content. So specifically if you're using this and want to keep that content contained within your AsULearn course, it's recommended that you don't click that button. Grades. So you can certainly have a grade for your H5P activity, or you can say none. If you do want to use it for a grade, it's recommended that you use points, and you can assign it any number of points that you want into any category within your gradebook. Please note that with all H5P activities, students are allowed unlimited attempts, so they can go back and redo the H5P activities over and over again. Therefore, it is not recommended to use an H5P activity for a high-stakes assessment like an exam. So these are really for your formative assessments where you want the students to gain some practice. You can also add activity completion if you have this turned on in your course so that the students can mark that they have completed this activity, or you can set it when conditions are met, so maybe they have to actually receive the grade to pass. right? And so if you wanted them to receive, get 95% of the questions or whatever you put into your H5P activity correct, you can add that as a grade to pass. When you're finished, you can simply click on Save and Display. So once we click that Save and Display, it will give you a preview of what that H5P activity is going to look like. So for this particular activity, it was just simply a true and false question. So you can try it out, make sure it's behaving as you expect. If everything looks good, you're welcome to go back to your course. So now you will also see that that activity should appear in your gradebook. So if we go to our setup, we'll see that here is that new H5P activity that I just created, and it's showing up worth 100 points. So you can always check in your gradebook to find those H5P activities. So hopefully this was helpful and gets you started with adding that H5P content to your AsULearn course. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your instructional technology consultant. They'll be more than happy to assist you.